My name is Jason Benet. Today we have a very special guest.
I wanted to be different. I wanted to be something more than just a gross out horror film.
It was required by your contract that you had to deliver nudity and violence.
Wow, that really looks gross. Like, it's real.
We were actually in the cave, so there weren't any crocodiles there. The water was freezing. We didn't actually swim in them.
You know, I was scared, but I really liked the rush of it.
I'm a huge Dario Argento fan. I would happily have a giallo night.
The Thing and The Stuff. It sounds like I'm just saying gibberish, but those are names of movies.
The horror genre always evolves into something you're not expecting.
Why are we going here if everyone's died in this house?
I was actually scared as we were running through it.
Most of these guys who play really horrible characters are such sweet guys.
Part of this ongoing cult.
Anytime there's something spooky to be seen or heard or read, I'm there.
Horror has always felt like home to me.
Benet's Bloody Bits.
Welcome to Triple B. My name is Jason Benet. Exciting news as Criterion is releasing a 4K of Altered States. I have always loved this film. I first saw it on cable in the early 80s. Let's just go ahead and break down the plot. The ultimate cinematic head trip of the 1980s. British renegade Ken Russell's first Hollywood film, adapted by the legendary screenwriter Paddy Chayefsky from his own novel, is part hallucinogenic freakout, part gonzo creature feature, part transcendent love story, all played at a fever pitch. When researcher Eddie Jessup, William Hurt, begins using himself as a test subject for his mind-expanding psychological experiments, it sends him on an increasingly dangerous, substance-fueled odyssey from humankind's primordial past to the outer limits of the consciousness. It is all visualized by Russell in a psychedelic supernova of out-of-there imagery that encompasses everything from the pagan to the cosmic sublime, culminating in a brain wave blasting battle between mind and the heart. Let's look at the extra features. By the way, the street date is October 21st of this year. We're getting a new 4K restoration with 2.0 surround DTS high-def master audio soundtrack, an alternate 5.1 surround DTS HD master audio soundtrack, one 4K UHD disc of the film presented in Dolby Vision HDR, and one Blu-ray with the film and special features. New audio commentary featuring film historian Sam Deegan, archival interviews with director Ken Russell and actor William Hurt, new interview with the special effects designer Bran Farron, the trailer, English subtitles for the deaf and hard of hearing, plus an essay by film critic Jessica King, and the new cover art is by Richie Beckett. I do love this artwork. It accidentally captures this cosmic horror sci-fi hybrid. Altered States is one film that I used to own the DVD. Do you remember the snap cases that Warner Brothers used to do? So that dates exactly how long it's been since I owned it. I never did pick up the Blu-ray, and I'm glad because this 4K UHD is the way to go. I'm not totally sold on 4K. I don't think it works for every film, but Altered States is such a visual feast. Just the colors pop off the screen. Dick Smith's makeup effects are some of the best that he ever did. I did get to see Ken Russell in person in 2010. He was doing a road tour with a print of The Devils, and I got to see him at the Aero Theater in Santa Monica, California. And he did a Q&A, but he didn't go on stage like most of them were done. He stayed in the audience with a microphone, and the moderator was Mick Garris, who's an expert at interviews, totally gets them. But Ken really wasn't giving much information as far as answers. He was giving really one sentence answers, and a lot of the cases, one word answers. It was like, yes, no. And by the end of it, Mick Garris just kind of threw his hands up and looked at the audience and says, can anybody want to give this a shot? Because it's not working for me. But that was really memorable. Glad I got to see him and watch, one of his best films, The Devils, with him in person. But my favorite has always been Altered States. Visually amazing, really kind of begs the question who we are as human beings. It gives us the cosmic reality. There's religion. There's, who we are as a people. There's, evolution. Do we really come from man? Did we come from ape? It's all these existential questions that makes the film fascinating. A really strong cast. 1980 from Warner Brothers, really kind of ballsy for a studio to put out a film like this. This is Ken Russell getting to play in the sandbox. And if you remember at the end of the film, there's that iconic scene where William Hurt's kind of changing into these different states of being. And he's in a hallway and he's pounding the walls and he's changing as each hit. The music video for a-ha's Take On Me did a riff on that. So it's really lots of inspirational scenes in the film. People think it's, one of the best films of the 80s. It's horror, it's science fiction, it's William Hurt just really giving an amazing performance. I don't own a lot of Criterion films. I know some people worship at the altar of Criterion. I'm not one of them. Of course, when they put out a David Cronenberg film, I'm all over it. And this Ken Russell film, which some of the visuals you see in this film later on he would use in The Lair of the White Worm. But yeah, really excited to purchase Altered States come this October on 4K UHD. I thought maybe it was going to come from one of the other more boutique labels, like a Scream Factory or maybe even Vinegar Syndrome. But yeah, there's nothing wrong with Criterion putting it out. It's probably the best the film is ever going to look. And yeah, what are your guys' thoughts on Altered States? It's really surprised that this one's coming out. Criterion's also got release dates for Cronenberg's A History of Violence, his new film, The Shrouds, but Altered States, this one got me excited. Beautiful artwork, such a visual, crazy, wacky film. Really brings me back to early 80s cable television where I first saw it. But thank you guys for listening. Stay scared, and I'll talk to you soon.